Hello all, it's your girl Tiffany, Madam Luscious Black Beauty, your poetic psychic Pisces High Priestess, aka the light that shines like a diamond, also known as your modern day nun, one whom isn't within a coven, a convent, or a covenant. I do thank you all for listening and for watching on tonight. If you would be so kind to please like, share, and subscribe, it would be greatly, greatly appreciated. This is going to be a general reading for the overall collective of any zodiac sign. So please take the messages that apply, leave the ones that do not. Remember that this reading may apply to your past, your present, or your future, as well as it may be pertaining to you or any and everyone in between that you may or may not know. With that being said, guys, we are going to get started. I do hope everyone is doing well and feeling well on tonight. We are going to do a life purpose reading. Okay, so this is about your life purpose. Okay, so a lot of messages are going to come out pertaining to your life purpose, whether you are on your destined life purpose pathway or not. Okay, for some of you all, this may just tie into your occupation, your career, your job, or either talent, skills, or abilities that you may have, whether you are actively involved in these things or whether these are things that's heavily on your mind that you want to do or what have you. But for the majority of you, you're either already doing these things and on your life purpose, or these are occupations that you already have or what have you. Some of you, even if you're not making any money from what you are doing, it's still an interest of yours. It may just be still in the hobby phase, or a talent, skill, or ability that you have not progressed from or received your, any type of success or big break from yet. Okay, so it's going to be different from everyone. Okay, there's going to be several different categories that we're going to look into, guys. So one or more of these categories may apply to you. Okay, so the first life purpose messages we have here is oracle cards and crystals. Okay, so Spirit is saying that you are able to discern answers and guidance for yourself and others if you are into oracle cards, if you do tarot readings or anything like that, kind of like what I'm doing right now. Also, crystals are very significant to you, very important for you. If you don't have crystals, get you some crystals. They're helpful, they're healing, and everything. Okay, Spirit is telling you that your connection to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy here. Okay, so usually most people who are into spirituality, especially those of us who are into things like oracle cards or tarot cards or doing readings and things, as you can see, I'm not sure if you can see all of them, but my entire table here is aligned in crystals. All my black crystals are up there. They all have different names, different meanings. Right there, here where it says believe in magic, all of my black crystals are there, and I literally have crystals that's wrapped all around everywhere, from here all the way around here. All of these are crystals. Even these all of this is crystals. Even my pendulum is amethyst, made out of amethyst crystal. Okay, so I literally have crystals everywhere. Even up here where it has my zodiac sign here, these are the specific crystals that is aligned to my zodiac sign that I have here. Some of you can see really closely, some of you can't. I literally have crystals everywhere. All of these are crystals. Okay, even my rooms are made of crystals. These are amethyst. I really like amethyst. Pink is my favorite color, but I really like the amethyst. Okay, but I literally have all type of crystals, from rose quartz to clear quartz to blue obsidians, black obsidians. Like, I have all kind of crystals. They have all different type of names. Some of them I have shared with you all, or what have you. I have other crystals in here as well, or whatever. But yeah, so those of you who are into crystals, most people who are, you have a lot of crystals, or you have some very significant ones. Even these here are crystals. I have like 3 of them here. Okay, I have all different kinds of crystals, guys. Okay, so yeah, get you some crystals if you don't have any. Okay, but many of us who are into this type of work, we have a lot of crystals. Even those of us who wear crystals on us, many of us who have the the healing bracelets, these are all crystals and different things here. Okay, guys, so We have oracle cards and crystals if you are into that, okay? So let's get some further clarification for this. So I have here, whoever you are, if you're into oracle cards, tarot cards here. Now, this is not necessarily, don't get it twisted, okay? Not everybody who's into spirituality, who's into oracle cards, tarot cards, or who have crystals or anything like that are good, righteous, upstanding people, okay? You have those of us who are light workers, and you have those of us who work for the dark side, okay? They're oftentimes seen as black witches, or whatever, a dark priestess and different things like that, okay? There are many different priestesses. A lot of people can be there's several people who are high priestess, but you have those of us who are on the light side, so we work for the good. And then you have those of them who are dark priestess, just like your warlocks, okay? You have black witches. You have all different kind of witches. You can have black witches, white witches. You can have warlocks. You can have people who are into good and who are into bad, okay? Whoever you are. However, if you are listening to this, whoever you are, Spirit is seeing you as a sweetheart. You're somebody who's very kind, you're loving, you're caring, you're nurturing, you're giving, you're affectionate type of person. You're very angelic in a way, okay? Whomever you are, this sense of purity and honesty that comes from you. You're a helper, you're a healer, okay? And if one decided to classify you as a witch, you would be seen as a white witch, okay? Because you're for helping and healing others, not cursing and harming others and different things like that, or using your powers and your gifts to hurt someone else here, okay? And speaking of, so not only are you being seen as a sweetheart, but you have a gift here, okay? You have some type of a gift here, okay? These are spiritual gifts as well as physical gifts that has been giving unto you, okay? So you could be a revolutionary, you can be a visionary, okay? You could be a healer, you could be a medicine woman, a medicine man, you could be clairvoyant, you can be any one of the clairs, okay? Clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, any one of the clairs. You can be empathic, you can be highly intuitive, okay? But you have a certain set of gifts that have been given to you, okay? So Spirit is saying that your energy introduces you before you even speak, okay? Whoever you are, you're a very powerful person. You're outspoken and you're brave. You could even be an activist. You're smart, you're knowledgeable, you're skilled, you're enlightened, you're a free spirit, okay? We also have here the tarot reader here, okay? So as I said, you could be a spiritualist, a light worker, a healer, a high priestess. You could be a medium, a revolutionary, a psychic, an empath. You can be an empress or an emperor, okay? Because there are several men who are into this, okay? You could be a seer, a visionary, a prophetess, okay? But even here you see you may work with cards here as well, okay? For who this reading is referring to, Spirit is saying that you are an earth angel, okay? You are an angelic being, okay? You are one with the divine. You have a very strong connection to spirit, to the spiritual realm, which is where your messages come from, where your gifts come from, and everything. You are a walking, living, breathing earth angel that's here in the physical realm on planet Earth, okay? And for further clarification, we have the high priestess here, okay? So as I said, you're highly intuitive. Your third eye is open. There's this halo around your head. Your crown chakra is illuminated. You're highly intuitive. You're naturally empathic, okay? You could hold the keys to secret knowledge, secret information, occultic knowledge as well, with the high priestess being here, okay? So you are a high priestess. I feel like because Earth Angel is here as well, you are... You work for the light side. You are not of the dark, okay? We have the Temperance card here, okay, which lets us know what we already know, that you are an earth angel here, okay? I feel like you are love. God is love, okay, and God is in you, so therefore you are love. I feel like you were placed here on this earthly realm to teach others how to love, to teach others the meaning of unconditional love. I feel like you pour this love not only into yourself, into the earth, into persons around you. And this is the reason why you are a healer. Okay. So like I said, you're a divine, you're an angelic being, you're an earth angel, you're very tempered. Temperance talks about balance, it talks about patience, it talks about faith, it talks about various different things here. Okay. As well, do we have the Three of Wands here? Okay, so I feel like what you do, your life purpose, it gives you motivation. It gives you, there's a lot of determination. There's a lot of drive. There's a lot of action. There's a lot of movement forward here. Okay, you're very motivated and determined to fulfill this life purpose in which you have been given. Okay. Okay, guys, so moving on to the next life purpose here. There were several different things that came out here, okay? Now, one or more of these things can apply to you. They can all be seen as separate. Like, some of these things, like, go hand in hand together, which could be the reason why all of these messages came out together, okay? Because really and truly, all of these things go hand in hand together. So we have author here. You have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it, okay? So, if you are, either you're currently already an author, okay? But some of you may not be, okay? However, also some of you may have also already written a lot of things that either have not been published or you have not been accredited for any of your writings, okay? But you are destined to be an author, okay? In a past life, you were what was called a scribe, okay? Which is, in today's term, a writer, okay? Well before there was journalism and you know, all the different other aspects of that still ties into people writing and doing investigative type of things and in reports and all this other kind of things. You had scribes, okay? Many scribes works for, like, you go way back, even many scribes worked for you know, the kings and the Greek gods and all of these people, okay? It was the scribes that came together that, you know, wrote out things for them or figured out things for them or told them what was to come and all of these things or what have you. So you could have been a scribe or a writer in the past life, but definitely in this life, you are destined to be an author, okay? There's a book inside of you, okay? Either you have already written many different things, okay? Or you have a desire to write things, or perhaps you haven't started on it yet. Okay, myself, I've been writing since I was very young. I've been writing all my life. Okay, I like in the entirety of my life, I've probably written thousands of poems. But only here recently, probably like within the last 10 years, have I written like short stories as well as books, as well as things that could be seen as like that could be turned into other things, rather. Yeah, so short stories and books, a lot of times short stories as well as books can often be turned into things like such as plays or movies or all other types of things. So I've done a lot of writing. Some of you probably have done a lot of writing yourself. However, you may or may not be published, but somebody, you're destined to be an author. Okay? Which brings us to writing here, okay? You heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words that you write here, okay? So an author and writing goes hand in hand together. So you see how I'm saying all of these messages that came out, like, you know, are pretty much goes all together here, okay? So somebody is destined to write, okay? You really like writing, you have a passion for writing, you desire to be an author in some type of way, whether you have already started the process of this or not, okay? We have creative expression here. This ties into writing as well, okay? Spirit is saying that your soul longs to express itself creatively, okay? Now, creative expression can go into many things, because if you look very closely at this card, this person is not writing, but they're painting, okay? So whether you draw, whether you paint, whether you write, or you have some other form of creative expression that has something to do with you using your hands to something that you put to paper. You understand? So whether that's writing, drawing, painting, or illustrating, or whatever it is, it falls under the line of creative expression. Okay, and your soul longs to express itself creatively. Okay, for a lot of you, this is going to fall along the line of you writing or becoming an author, though. Okay, which brings us to books. Okay, you connect to this says you connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. Okay, now your involvement with books is not going to be the same for everybody. Okay, you could be somebody who likes to read a lot of books. You learn new things from reading books that have already been written by other published authors. Okay, others of you who have an interest in writing and becoming an author, these books would talk about books that you have yet to publish. Okay, so these could be books that you are going to publish and become an author of your own books. Okay, others of you have a passion and a desire to read other person's literature and books that they have come out with. Okay, and this is how you learn and expand and evolve and to many other different things. Okay, guys, so to clarify, we have the scholar here. Okay, if you are destined to be an author, whether you are currently already an author or you're striving to be an author, you desire writing, or even if you're into creative expression, no matter how that is, you may be a scholar here. A scholar is somebody who's very knowledgeable, who is very skilled. A scholar is enlightened, can be seen as educated if you have gone to college and have degrees and different things like that. But it is technically possible for you to be a scholar without having necessarily a college education or something, because technically, by definition, a scholar is a specialist in a certain field of study. Now, that doesn't necessarily, you don't have to be a specialist just because you go to school. You understand what I'm saying? A specialist is when you are a master at something, when you are very skilled at something. So whether you have any formal education in whatever that is, it's still possible for you to be a scholar. But once again, if you see this person, look, this person is sitting here reading a books, but look at all these books here on this bookshelf behind him. So something is very significant to somebody being an author, somebody writing, and books. Okay. Writing your own books in some type of way here. Okay, I feel like you put a lot of thought, okay, into the things that you write, into the things that you create as well here. Okay, so these things, whether it's books, writing, becoming an author, creative expression, you put a lot of thought into it. Okay, and with faithfulness here, I feel like you're very faithful, you're very loyal, you're very dedicated to this, whether it's books, writing, being an author, creative expression, or what have you. Okay. Okay, guys. So, we have here the sun. Okay? This says life is too short to wait. Okay, so for those of you who are like sitting on some back burner, waiting to get some divine sign from God or, the cosmos or something, this is your sign. Okay, life is too short for you to wait here. Okay, you are destined to do this. Okay, and it's going to bring you an adventure. It's going to you're going to receive greatness from this. Okay, this is going to make you happy. You're going to have accomplishments from this, abundance from this. This is going to bring you happiness, joy, peace, liberty in some type of way. Okay, you're going to be fulfilling your heart's desires. This talks about brand new beginnings. Okay, going after what you want, finding your happiness here. Okay, those of you who are into this definitely makes you happy, whether it's reading or whether it's writing or whether it's creative expression, and however you desire to do that here. Why? Because you are an artist. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether you are a writer who's an inspiring author, or you are an illustrator or a designer who likes to draw things, who likes to paint things, who likes to, you may be into spoken word. That may be your creative expression. It's different for everybody. Okay, but you are an artist. Okay, this falls along the line of artistry. Okay, A lot of people think only if you're singing or dancing or something like that, that makes you an artist, okay? You have to understand, the people that you do, who you see center stage, okay, with all the lights, the cameras, and the action going on around them and in front of them and everything and what have you, not all people who sing write their own music, okay? It's writers like yourself who write a lot of music for people, okay? And usually they're in the shadows, usually they're behind the scenes. They don't get the credit that, you know what I'm saying, when a great song come out that you really like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, say if Beyonce come out with a song that you really like, you notice her for that song. You don't know if Beyonce wrote that song though, okay? So a lot of times it's not accredited to, and it's not, I'm not saying that Beyonce don't write her own music, although I'm pretty sure I know that a couple people that have written songs for her or whatever. It doesn't change the fact that she went out and sang the song greatly or performed the song greatly. But the fact of the matter is everybody have a job. You understand what I'm saying? When you see if you go and see a performance and you see dancers and it's like the most, you know what I'm saying, they're the most awesome dance routine that you ever seen, guess what? There was a choreographer who came up with that dance routine and taught that group of dancers that you seen perform that dance routine. The choreographer is not out there dancing with them, but the choreographer is the one who put in the work to come up with that dance routine, teach this group this dance routine, and got them to a point of excellence to performing this dance routine, okay? So when you see this dance routine, it's like, hooray for this dance group or whatever. And maybe, you know, not all the time, you know, the choreographer is behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? Not all the time the choreographer is going to get praise or, you know, for the fact that they have done so. You know, well, choreographers who have like academies and schools and different things, there are awards and medals and honors and different things, praise that come to them or what have you. But in the moment, you know what I'm saying, of a performance, when you see something, you're looking at the people who are performing this, that, or the other. So if you really enjoy it or you really like it, you know, you're looking at, you're praising and worshiping the people who is doing it, okay? And the people behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying, may not get all that much attention, even when it comes to like your favorite movies or your favorite performances that you're seeing. There's a lot of people behind the scenes who's doing work, okay? People in the sound booth, people who's over the lights, people, these are all different jobs. People who do the makeup of these people who make the costumes of these people. All of these are different jobs that people have to do behind the scenes, okay? Those are all passions of theirs that falls along a line of a different genre or field of study or work or expertise that they fall in. You understand what I'm saying? So that's it, guys, okay? Many of you all who are artists, okay, who are into, who's inspiring authors, who's into writing, who's into books and creative expressions, you've been working really hard with the 7 of coins here, okay? You've already done a whole lot of work. Many of you could have done several, up to 7 or more projects already that you did not receive the accolades, the awards, the praise, the you know, the medals, the honors, the, you know, whatever for compensation for anything. But the 7 of Pentacles promise you that there's a harvest to come. A lot of times people look at the 7 of Pentacles like somebody who is a failure. This is somebody who is working their ass off, project after project after project after project. They're not being seen, they're not being noticed, they're not reaching any success, they're not progressing, they're not getting paid for anything that they're doing here, okay? But all of that hard work builds up. And even though you may be tired, you continue to work on other projects, okay? But the 7 of Pentacles lets you know that that hard work is not going to be in vain, because a harvest is coming in for some of you who have done past work that was really great work, but this harvest is just now coming in for you. How do you know? Why? Because the 7 of Pentacles has now gone to the 8 of Pentacles. So some of you may even fall into new employment opportunities, new positions, titles, and roles. The 8 of Pentacles talks about the money one makes from the work that they do. You understand what I'm saying? So you've gone from the 7 of Pentacles, okay, to now the 8 of Pentacles. Now you are benefiting or profiting from whatever work that you are doing, okay? Many of you, things that you write or books that you read or books that you write or you becoming an author here, we have the Ace of Swords here. Now the Ace of Swords talks about a lot of different things here. This work that you all do, one, you're going to be very victorious at it, okay, which is what the Ace of Swords tells you. And two, things that you write, your creative expression, things that you're writing, it may speak to truth or clarity on some type of level. Okay, you may bring some level of truth or clarity in what you are writing, but you are going to be victorious at whatever it is that you are creating and writing here. Okay, which is going to bring about a major shift, a major change in your life. Okay, so that's what's going on here, guys. Okay, so moving right along. The next profession we have here, we have spiritual teacher and leader. Now, the two of these came out together. These can technically be two different people, okay, or two different professions here, okay, because you have people who are in leadership roles and you have people who are spiritual teachers in some type of way. Okay, now your spiritual teachers, they fall along the line of a lot of people. This could be anybody who is an ordained minister, anybody who holds any type of position within the church, rather. Okay, so whether they're a pastor or assistant pastor or a deacon or a reverend or a bishop, like whatever they call themselves. Okay, but this can also be spiritual teachers. This can also be persons who are maybe motivational speakers, and like you have different type of teachers who fall along the line of different titles, but they're still a spiritual teacher on some level. Okay, now you do have spiritual teachers who are in leadership as well. Okay, so like I said, you can look at this as one person who's a spiritual teacher in a leadership position, or you can look at this as a spiritual teacher and a leader. Okay, so spiritual teacher says you heal with your classes, sessions, and seminars. Okay, leadership says you take charge of a situation here. Okay, guys, so now, as I told you about persons who are into spirituality, you have good people, you have people who are of the light, and people who are of the darkness. It's the same thing with spiritual teachers. You have those of them who are of the light and those of them who are of darkness here. Okay, so for those of you who are listening and you are a spiritual teacher and you are righteous in some type of way, or you do things in the right way, and different things like that, you are of the light. Okay, this may not be necessarily for you. Okay, guys, because when I pulled these things here, I got one, the priest on spiritual teacher, and I got two, the Lord on leadership. Okay, now as I already told you, a priest doesn't necessarily have to be an ordained minister. This priest can literally be a high priest or a high priestess. Okay, if they're a high priest or a high priestess, they're into spirituality. If they're a priest, a pastor, a reverend, a deacon, a bishop, or an evangelist, or evangelical, or anything like that, then they fall along the lines of religion, and they're ordained minister in some type of way. All of them are spiritual teachers, but they all teach something different. You understand what I'm saying? So the Lord sitting here with leadership. So this is somebody, we know this person is in a leadership position, title, or role. Okay, Lord by definition means someone in power or authority or of influence. This is somebody who holds a leadership position, somebody who holds organization or structure. A Lord is also someone who is seen as a master or a ruler of something by definition. Okay, once again, you could put the two of these people together. This could be the same person, or these could be separate persons. Now, this is where I got thrown off, okay? Because I'm picking up multiple energies on this. I can see two separate persons. I can see somebody being a spiritual teacher as well as somebody being a leader, as well as I can see this person being one and the same. The problem that I have is whoever these people are, they're wicked. Okay? Because I got Hierophant and I got the Magician. Now, a Hierophant is also someone who holds a leadership position. A Hierophant would also be seen as someone like a priest. A Hierophant can also be seen as someone who is like a lord or in leadership in some type of way. Hierophants usually hold positions where, you see how these people down here are sitting down lower than this person here. They're looking up to this person. They're worshiping this person or praising this person or taking some type of structure or order or guidance from this person here. That's what leaders do. That's how spiritual teachers are, okay? But with it coupled with the Hierophant coupled with the Magician, this is somebody who's on the dark side. Okay, so this would be a dark priest. This would be a very sinister, evil, wicked leader who's into dark magic, who's into sorcery, black magic, voodoo, witchcraft on all different types of levels here, okay? Whether you see these people as separate or whether you want to see them as one in the same, they are both of this energy. They're in this sinister, wicked energy, okay? And they are of the dark side, period. And I got one plain and simple message for them both. So whether you see them as, look at this, wicked, sinister cult leader. Somebody close to you is a warlock, male witch. Whether this is one person or two different persons, both of these people or this one person are a warlock. They're a cult leader. They're of the dark side. Okay? And they're of wicked, very wicked, evil, sinister things. Okay? Okay, guys. So moving right along. The next life purpose profession we got is music. Okay, you may be someone who is into music. Spirit says your connection to music is healing for yourself and others. I also have here artists. Engaging in artistic activities is beneficial to your career and every other area of your life. So somebody who is into music is an artist. Okay. So you could really be into music in various different levels, okay? So whether you sing or whether you rap or whether you create music in, like, you know, beats and different things or whatever, melodies and harmonies and different things like that, okay? Whether you're a director of music, whether you actually make the music, whether you are the performer of the music, it's various different positions in artistry when it comes to music, okay? You may be a producer, you may be, you know, this, that, or the other, okay? But somebody who is tied into music in the music artist industry is significant here, okay? Whoever this person is that do music, that's an artist, is a young woman. Okay? My spirit got... Oh, shoot, guys. Hold on. Dang it. I'm going to have to go back because I forgot my other card. I forgot to pull another card for this one here. Okay? So I get several things here. I get the Devil. The Six of Wands. And the Star. This young woman is into music. She's an artist. She sold her soul to the devil in an effort to get success, triumph, victory, and public recognition, and to become a star, is what this is telling me. With the Devil, the Six of Wands, and the Star, this person sold their soul. They signed some type of blood contract. They took some type of oath. They you know, this could be a 360 deal, whatever it is, okay? But this person is into the music industry. They are an artist. This is a young woman who sold their soul for fame, for fortune, for public recognition, for success, triumph, and victory as a superstar. Okay? This could be somebody new. This could be somebody old. But it is what it is. I did that in the wrong order. We have time is money here, so stop wasting it. If it don't make money, it don't make sense. This person could be very greedy, very materialistic here. This person could have also been bribed or coerced or something here. This person is very sassy and flashy. You see the Queen glasses here with what they do here. This person could be a money-hungry, bit of a money-hungry gold digger as well, Spirit is saying. This young woman here who's into the music, who's in the music industry, who is an artist. Okay? I did this in the wrong order, guys, okay? This person sold their soul. But now they're realizing that it's not worth it all. This person sold they soul for fame and fortune, and now they in there and they can't get out, and they're realizing that it's not worth it all. Whoever this person is a female rapper, Spirit is saying. This is a female rapper who sold their soul for fame and fortunes, who sold their soul for success and triumphs and victories and public recognition here. But in their female, they're realizing that, yeah, this person sold their soul and they got a crappy deal. That's what it is. Okay. So I forgot to pull a message here on the spiritualist. I could have, or the spiritual teacher. And the leadership, oh shit. Whatever they got going on sinister, there's about to be a major tower that's going to happen. A sudden upheaval, a sudden shakeup of things. This could be them being exposed in some type of way. This could really be problems of any kind, but it's tragic, it's chaotic nonetheless, okay? There could be disruptions, deceptions, destructions, tragic news, tragic information, but something is happening suddenly, okay? There could be murder, harm, death, illness, injuries, lies. You know, when these towers collapse, honey, there's something major that is going on, okay? Something major is going on. Also, I got my LGBT community multisexual lovers card here. Whether this spiritual teacher or this leader, whether this is the same person or whether they're separate people, they're in the closet. They're in the closet. And this could be this tower that is collapsing on them, okay? Especially if this is somebody in the church. If this priest is somebody who holds some type of position in the church. If this leader is somebody in power and authority or some type of way. This tower is going to cause something very tragic all of a sudden to happen here. And it has something to do with, they possibly are going to be exposed for being gay in some type of way. Yes, Spirit is saying yes. Okay? So, yeah, there might be a pastor that's getting ready to get put on blast for being a hypocrite, pimping behind the pulpit and in the closet, you know. It's a new day. Come on out the closet. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody care. People will be surprised. Don't nobody care. Like, you know what I'm saying? But they're about to be exposed, okay? I also see the devil here. This says evil is as evil does. Whoever this spiritual teacher, leadership person is, they're in some type of wicked cult, witch coven, and they're a satanic sellout, okay? This devil card talks about witches, warlocks, and demons, okay? This talks about addictions. They could have sex addictions, drug addictions, alcohol addictions that might get exposed as well. They're very toxic. They have bad habits. They have addictions. They're into the dark arts, black magic, voodoo, that could be being exposed as well. But these persons, whoever they are, they're very wealthy. They're already accomplished, especially if it's the same person. Whoever these persons are, they're very wealthy. Okay? They're into devil worship. They're into a lot of sinister things. Okay? Whoever this person is, rub elbows, mix and mingles with the satanic powers that be in the elites. Okay? Yeah. So that's what's going on here, guys. Okay? So those are the life purpose professions that we have here today. Okay, guys. Yeah, that's what's going on here. So we have strength at the bottom of the deck here, okay? So regardless of what profession that you fall under, that we talked about here today, we have strength here, okay? All these persons of all these different professions have strength here. Spirit is saying that everything you have experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous here, okay? Yeah. So that's what's going on here, guys. I do thank each and every last one of you all for listening and for watching. If you would be so kind to please like, share, and subscribe, it would be greatly, greatly appreciated. For those of you who would like to contact me, you can do so at tip.diamond.36@gmail.com. You can also follow me on Instagram, which is shine bright like a diamond 36 with the underscore between each word. For any person who is interested in donating to the channel, it is greatly, greatly appreciated. I do thank you in advance. You can do so through CASHAPP, which is $tip diamond 36, or through PayPal, which is paypal.me/@36diamonds. As always, guys, take care of yourself, take care of each other, but most of all, take care of your babies, honey. Remember, this is a wicked, wicked world that we live in. There's wickedness in high places, and there's evil just lurking around each and every corner, even in a neighborhood near you. So y'all watch your surroundings. Watch the company you keep. Watch your surroundings and the company in which your children are in as well. And considering the fact that you never know when someone may betray you, backstab you, try to hurt you, or harm you, honey, keep you some protection on you. Y'all stay awake, stay aware, stay vigilant, and stay prepared, because if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, baby. Until the next time, peace, love, and light. Namaste. I am that I am, created in the image of God. Real quick, guys, we're going to go through some closing messages for you all. Whoever you are that's into oracle cards and crystals, you're someone who is hardworking, okay? You work very hard at what you do, Spirit is saying, okay? The struggle has definitely been real with you at times here, okay? There could also be something... There's also something into something that has to do with some type of new employment or new job or something that you are doing here, okay, as it relates to the work that you do, okay? There's something also significant here with you that has something to do with an inheritance as well, okay? Spirit, let's clarify the author, writing, creative expression, and books. You're definitely going to have growth as it relates to your life purpose. Whoever you are, you're a free spirit, okay? I feel like you are divinely guided. You are led by spirit in the things that you do, okay? I also see that you will have some type of protection of some kind. Perhaps there is, yeah, something's going to make you a superstar. Something's going to make you a superstar as it relates to your profession. Yeah. Somebody's gonna become you're gonna get in a bankroll of money, okay? You're gonna get you a bankroll, okay? You're a superstar. You're gonna have a lot of growth. You're a free spirit that's becoming a superstar, okay? You may be a world-renowned author at some point in time, but you're definitely going to get a bankroll for the work that you do here, okay? Spirit, clarify the spiritual teacher in leadership. Spiritual teacher in leadership. Someone is plotting against you. There could be somebody that in particular that's plotting against this spiritual teacher, person who is in leadership. Spirit, what else is going on with the spiritual teacher in leadership? I also see y'all got some fake family. Something pertaining to fake family. Spirit, what else is going on with this spiritual teacher? Spirit is telling you to... I keep seeing fake family. You may feel the need to protect yourself in some type of way. Yeah, whoever this person is trying to protect themselves in some type of way. One more is for the spiritual teacher or leader. We got low down and dirty. So you're trying to protect yourself, but Spirit is saying that you low down and dirty here. You got some people where you got some snakes in your own swamp, okay, that's plotting against you though. Okay? They could be the ones who's setting you up to be exposed in some type of way. Okay, Spirit, let's clarify this music and this artist, please. Let's clarify music and artist. So this is obviously a superstar. Spirit is saying don't give up on life. You could be trying to block all evil, but you in the thick of it. Spirit say find your happy place. You don't have the protection that you want. There's some type of disloyalty that is going on, but Spirit is saying don't give up on life. Whoever is this female rapper that's in the superstar type of energy, you sold your soul to get the deal, to get the bag, or what have you. And yeah. Yeah, we got some schemes of teams involved in both this spiritual teacher leadership as well as this music and artists here. You know, it can get very grimy in government as well as the industry, okay? Whoever you are that's into oracle cards, or you're a spiritualist, you're into crystals and all of that here, there's some type of unexpected income coming in for you, some type of new employment, or your work that you're probably doing or something like that. Yeah, see these schemes of teams here, they're backstabbers here. It's something to do with some backstabbing that's going on here, okay? Yeah. You whoever you are that's going to become an author, or you have just become an author, or you're into writing, your books, creative expression, you're going to be famous for what it is that you do, okay? And you're going to have a lot of growth, and you're coming into a bankroll, okay, guys? So that concludes your messages. Peace, love, and light. Namaste. I am that I am, created in the image of God.